Hello YouTube, I want to talk to you this morning about comments left on my video called Why UK Black Men Date Outside Their Race, stroke UK Bros, 4 reasons. Now, I'm not going to go into the 4 reasons now because you could just simply look at the video yourself and see the 4 reasons, the 4 main reasons. What I more want to talk about is the notion behind the comments left on my video. Now, first thing I want to talk about, there tends to be a discrimination aimed mostly at the black men. Black women get the same discrimination as well, but it tends to be aimed more at the black man. When he dates outside his race, even though I believe there's only one race, that's the human race, names like sellouts, coconut, he hates his own race, he has problems with his self-esteem. Now, it tends to be more, this name calling tends to be aimed more at the black man. Like I said, black women get their stick as well, but it doesn't tend to be as much as black men, from the impression I get. Second thing I want to touch on with the notion of the comments that's left. You would think by the comments that there isn't a reason for black men to date outside their race. It's like the way the comments are thrown out down, and the name calling is like it's like saying, well, why are these black men dating outside their race when there's all these lovely black women here in the UK available and who are into them, available for them to date? So why should they go elsewhere? Now, though I agree with the first half of that comment that there are a lot of lovely black women, not only just here in the UK, but also globally, especially in America. My God, there is some fine black women in America. I mean, it's fine black women here in the UK as well, but well, I've been there 5 times. My God, you bros got some talent over there. Anyway, I digress. So come back to this notion that all these black women here in the UK are available for all black men and they're into them, which this is what I'm going to challenge now. Now, a lot of people seem to have trouble accepting the reality that there are some black men over here that a lot of black women simply are not into. These black men are simply not their type. Now, yes, I know, I am fully aware that there is a lot of black men who simply do not date black women. I know that. I'm not really talking about them, because we all know they exist. So let's put the I only date white women brigade to one side. So we'll put them on the shelf. So that leaves the rest of us. Now, the notion that all black women are into all black men and all black men have the choice of all black women is simply not true. I'll give you a small example regarding myself. Now, I work as an entertainer stroke dancer. I'm a dancer, and I'm hired to do breakdancing at kids' parties. I'm hired to dance to roller skates. I'm hired to do power pole movements where I hold my body out on a pole, and I'm also hired to do strip performances at ladies' nights and stripograms. Now, regarding the stripping side of the entertainment thing I do, because technically speaking, I'm not a stripper, I'm an entertainer. And it sounds pretentious me saying this, but a stripper can only strip, whereas I do other things. I teach street dancing as well. So enough of blowing my own trumpet here. In the 10 years I've been doing this, I've only had one request from a black party via the websites that I'm on. Only one. Whereas every time I get requested to do a party or hen night or whatever, it's always from white women. Now, that just goes to show, if the notion that, all black women are into all black men, the way that the comments will say, then surely most of the requests should be coming from black women, no? So just that in itself shows that there is that reality that there are black men who appeal more to white women, and whereas there are the same black men do not appeal to a lot of black women. Not all black women, but to a lot. But when you mention this, whenever I've had this discussion, a lot of people tend to go into denial, and they don't want to accept that black women have a sense of responsibility in the status quo. They always want to shift the blame onto the man for some reason, and blame it all onto the man. Now, I can't understand this, because like there are some black women who are put off black men because of their bad experience and so forth. And I don't deny that there isn't bad guys out there, black guys, white guys, but I don't deny the existence of some of the arseholes we have in our midst. I don't take that personally. They do exist. So I don't see why I should have to try and put the blame on the black woman who's been put off black guys. I don't get that. So just because like there are some black women who simply do not like certain types of black guys, I don't see why is there a problem with acknowledging that, admitting that. So that's part of the reasons why you see black men with white women or Asian women or whatever, because a lot of black women just wouldn't give them the time of the day. So when I come across comments saying, "Oh, you black guys are dating white man's rejects," which may be the case in some cases, but certainly not the case in all cases. I tend to think I'd agree that it's the other way around. A lot of black women here in the UK, and rightfully so, have high aspirations and high standards. And sadly, not all black guys can meet those standards. So a lot of rejection tends to come from the sisters. Like I said, I know there's a lot of black men who simply do not date black women, so they're rejected to black women. But like I said, I'm not talking about them. We're not talking about them. We're talking about the rest of us mere mortals. So this notion that how could he go and date outside of his own race? Because a lot of his own kind wouldn't give him the time of the day. Not all of them, but a lot of them were just not into it. Simple as that. So we got to accept our responsibility in the status quo, all of us. And the best thing to do in terms of understanding and progressing is to talk to each other. Talk to each other and stop talking on behalf of each other. I've seen comments saying stuff like, "Oh, these guys want to have lighter skinned children, or they want the children to be mixed race." I mean, unless you've actually sat down and had a conversation with the person in question, you cannot arrive to that conclusion. That's making assumption. And you know what they say? Assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups. So unless I'm looking to write a book about the dating scene, all aspects of the dating scene, not just about mixed couples. And in that time, I've had to do a lot of research. I have to do a lot of interviews, and I'm still carrying out a lot of interviews, and I still have a lot of research to do. But I ask a lot of questions. That's how I know about the 4 main reasons that black guys date outside the race, because I've had to do my research and ask questions. I don't talk on behalf of other people and tell people what they think. I ask them what they think. So maybe some of you leaving this comment should take a leaf out my book and simply ask questions rather than tell people what they think. Okay, thank you very much. Leave your comments. Bye.